Five Nights at Freddy's was released on August 8th, 2014, and on that day, a legend was born. Now, I've never played a Five Nights at Freddy's game, but today, I'm going to go back and earn every achievement in the first one. This game only has 10 achievements, so I can't imagine any of these achievements scaring me away. Oh shit! But the rarest achievement in the game comes from beating Custom Night on the hardest difficulty, and only 0.89% of players have unlocked it. Oh boy, but more on that later. In Five Nights at Freddy's, we play as Mike Schmidt, a wannabe security guard who gets hired to watch over Freddy Fazbear's pizza joint at night. At first glance, this should be an easy gig, but here's the thing. There are 4 possessed animatronics that want nothing more than a slice of Mike Schmidt pizza. So we need to do our best to survive from 12 a.m. all the way to 6 a.m., aka the degen hours. So let's look at these 4 animatronics that we actually need to avoid. The first 2 are Bonnie the rabbit and Chica the chicken. These 2 are a menace when you put them together, but they're also the easiest to deal with in the game. Bonnie will run up to the door on your left, and Chica will run up on the door on your right. To deal with them, you just need to be quick at closing the doors, and then you can wait for them to leave by turning on the lights and looking out the window. Next is Foxy the pirate. Foxy is a lot more dangerous since he can be in the room eating you faster than you can say, "Wait, hear him!" Oh shit! He will slowly sneak out of Pirate's Cove, and when he does, you have to get a Bible and start praying that you can close the doors before he's on you. Checking on him with the camera will lock him in place for a few seconds, so we gotta stay alert. Finally, we have the big man himself, Freddy Fazbear. Now, similar to Foxy, we can keep Freddy locked in place when we see him on the camera. Now, if you lose sight of Freddy, he does have a set path around the pizzeria, but if we can keep the camera on him, that means we don't need to worry about those strats at all. With this knowledge, it's time to begin night 1. Although the game starts off pretty slow, I had to learn the controls, and there isn't many, so I found the most important one pretty quick. What do I do? I can honk a horn? But in this game, we can control the lights on either side of us, the doorways into and out of our room, and the classic camera system. So the first night was actually pretty tame. I took the time to look around the pizza shop and examine all the important things and get my bearings. The last thing to mention is you only get a certain amount of power every night. And when you use a light, door, or the cameras, you waste power. And if you run out, well, let's just hope that doesn't happen. And with that said, we survive night 1 and we get our first achievement. Lock it in. Oh, we beat the first night. Holy shit, dude, that was actually way scarier at the end than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my god. Okay. I've survived the first night. Oh my god. Bro, I didn't even get a goddamn lunch break. We're back on night 2. Going into night 2, I was feeling invincible. I sipped my Coke Zero and started buzzing around the cameras until I found something out of the normal. Bro, he's in the hallway. Wait, he's right outside the room. Now, I didn't know I couldn't force Bonnie to move, so I kept trying to trigger something to happen. That's when I heard something out of the normal. I feel like I hear music. Is that a good sign? Oh, shit! Close the door. With my pants slightly more wet than they were before, I was finally starting to see why this was considered a horror game, and to my surprise, I was already feeling the stress. I didn't know how long Bonnie would stay at the door, so I kept checking it until I noticed that there's actually a shadow in the window that will tell you when they leave. And once I noticed that Chica was also roaming, the anxiety started building. Oh, fuck. Dude, it gets me every time, bro. I should also say that I must have been flustered because I didn't realize Chica was a chicken. I don't even know their names, dude. Rabbit and Duck. Close the door. While frantically looking for Chica, I was introduced to Foxy, who is 100% the scariest animatronic. I started to think this job wasn't even worth the money. But shortly after that, I approached the end of night 2 and earned my next achievement. I don't see him on any of the posters. I don't know what this guy is. He looks like a fucking gremlin. Dude, holy shit, that scared me. 2 nights at Freddy's, baby. Yay! We did it! Okay, third night. Okay, third night. With 2 of 7 nights complete, I was just starting to understand how screwed I am in this job. And as I was planning out my strategy, I got a concerning phone call. So I think the move is, we basically need to keep...
Hey, you're doing great.
What the fuck?
Most people don't last this long.
With the helpful advice of don't get caught, I formulated my plan moving forward. I would attempt to keep the camera on Pirate's Cove and the stage so that I could keep Freddy and Foxy stuck there as long as possible. And if I can pull this off, then I just need to worry about Bonnie and Chica and my power level. Thankfully, it worked out as planned, and I finished night 3. Going into night 4, we run into our first missable achievement, no running. To get this achievement, I'll need to keep Foxy from leaving Pirate's Cove. Now, just like before, I'll need to check the camera often enough that he can't leave the area. Even though him leaving doesn't necessarily mean the run ends, it does void the achievement. So if he escapes, I'll have to restart the night regardless. And of course, I wasn't fast enough on the first attempt, so I had to bite the bullet and sacrifice myself. Now, this is when I earned the first achievement for dying. And honestly, I'm pretty happy that it took until night 4 for this to happen. I'm not even going to count this as a real death. It was a tactical decision. Oh, he's gone. Okay, I'm going to die. I'm going to elect to die. Yeah, he's not on the cam. Oh, shit. Okay. Achievement unlocked. No hiding. Experience a jump scare, and then who knows. Okay, so we died. Yeah, we got to make sure that that guy doesn't leave Pirate's Cove. So if we do, we need to make sure we lose so we don't have to restart. Going back into night 4, I knew I had to be faster if I had any hope of clearing this achievement. So I repeated the pattern of left light, right light, Pirate's Cove, then stage. And that strategy ended up being the MVP. The only problem was my gamer muscles were getting tired. We just got to repeat this. I'm not going to lie. My forearms are getting tired hitting the buttons. This strategy uses a ton of power, so as I approached the end of the night, I started to get worried that I'd run out of power. Oh, we did it. Did we get both? Okay, 4 nights at Freddy's. Survived the 4th night. No running. Okay, we did it. Kept Foxy from escaping during night 4. Dude, we cut it so close with like 3% battery. Holy shit. With the first missable achievement unlocked, I was ready to get the only other missable achievement. Just like with Foxy, the next missable achievement is called No Laughing, and the goal is to make sure Freddy cannot make it to room 4A or room 4B during night 5. So the strategy here is almost identical to night 4. We want to keep Freddy locked to the stage for as long as possible. And if we're quick enough on the cameras, then we can keep him there all night and earn the achievement. Now, I'll occasionally look for Foxy in Pirate's Cove to make sure he's not coming for me, but with a bit of luck, this night should be easier than the last. 2%. Okay, oh my god, we did it. Let's fucking go, dude. 5 nights at Freddy's. Survived the 5th night. Oh my god, dude. Yo, I need some goddamn hazard pay. $120? Bro! And we kept Freddy from getting to the specific rooms. Holy shit, dude. I'm about to unionize, alright? Anyone out there who's working in fucking haunted pizzerias? We're starting up the goddamn union, alright? No more of this. $600 a week minimum. So my paycheck was low enough for my first week that I had to sign up for overtime. And things are going to get even crazier. So our only goal during night 6 is to survive, but the animatronics are also working overtime. And in preparation for night 7, I decided I would keep my camera on room 4B since we can keep Freddy locked in that room if we're quick enough. Now, since we're keeping Freddy so close, we need to shut the right door before we check on Foxy. And this is where I needed to be quicker than a rabbit. Wait, hear him. Oh, shit. Okay. So that's what it sounds like, eh? Okay. So I've learned my lesson when it comes to keeping camera on 4B, and I think I'll need to keep my camera locked on the stage to make it through this level, because then I can check on Foxy without wasting time. Now, this strategy was definitely the best option, but I spent way more power than I expected to, and I needed to pray that Freddy wouldn't kill me during this final night. 0% power. All right, gentlemen. Hunker down here. Hold! Are we fucked? Come on. I don't... Am I gonna win or do I lose? Oh my shit. Get absolutely dumpstered, Freddy. Let's go! Okay, so we've made it to the final night. And in this night, we have to crank up the difficulty on all the animatronics to 20, which makes the animatronics very, very fast. This is the ultimate test in FNAF 1, and I'm not surprised the unlock rate is 0.89%. The strategy is simple. We keep the camera in 4B, and we check it 3 times rapidly before checking the doors. I'm going to completely ignore Foxy and hope he stays in Pirate's Cove. This method had me babbling like a previously possessed person. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But as I neared the end of the night, Foxy came through and got me. Holy fuck, that actually scared the shit out of me. I guess that was just a little bit unlucky. I knew there was a bit of RNG in this night, so I ran it back immediately. Unfortunately, I wasn't going through the route fast enough, and at 2 a.m., my luck ran out. I can't close the door. What's going on? Holy fuck dicks. Wasn't expecting that. After dying twice to being too slow, I decided to change my strategy slightly so I could be quicker. By only checking the cameras twice, I figured I could check the doors without having to worry about getting caught off guard. And with the change in plans, this is what happened. This is definitely coming down to the buzzer. Oh, let's fucking go. With percentage to spare, because we don't waste battery life here. We're fucking in it. Let's go. Custom night completed. Notice of termination. We did not, actually, we did get fired. Now we're gonna collect severance. Let's fucking go. And that's the end of Five Nights at Freddy's. It was a pretty good game. I've never played anything like that. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments if I should play Five Nights at Freddy's too. From Morgan's Basement, take care.